Well, no, not yet for you. Not yet. Welcome to Night Class, everyone, for one final glorious episode. That is, until we get picked up by Quibi. For our last episode... we want to celebrate the class of 2020, perhaps the most unique college class in American history. Now, one might argue that that title actually belongs to Duke's graduating class of 1981, to which I say, we get it, Dad. You and the boys had a special chemistry and were up to all sorts of timeless hijinks, okay? That was in the past, be in the present. And while our actual in-person graduation may be put on hold, others have risen to the occasion to give us a virtual substitute. And by others, I mean every celebrity in the world. That's right, it seems like everyone with a Netflix special is coming together to help us celebrate, from Oprah to Aquafina, LeBron James, and Malala. 2-on-2? That better be a 2-on-2. Even Natty Light is hosting its own virtual graduation featuring Mark Cuban, Stephen A. Smith, and Jane Lynch, which I can only assume to be the cast of Sharknado 7, Electric Sharkaloo. Meanwhile, the White House pulled out all of the stops and wrote a letter to graduates that is exactly 190 words long. They used the word stalwart. Yeah, Trump didn't write that. But all of this virtual pomp and circumstance is for good reason. Because of COVID-19, the class of 2020 will not only miss their graduation, but we are leaving college at a pivotal moment in history that will impact the rest of our lives. And while this is a time of unity in celebrating our class, I would like to call attention to our main topic today, USC's class of 2020. Today's Trojans, tomorrow's recipients of alumni emails asking us for more money. Why are we dedicating this episode to them? Well, because I'm a part of it, and the show's about me. But it's also because the class of 2020 has been through probably the most chaotic 4 years in USC's history. And this school has been here through World War I, World War II, and New Coke. So to my fellow graduates, let's look back at our time here at USC and reminisce over all the crazy shit that we've been through. Shall we? Looking pretty good. I just gotta... Alright, I'm just gonna... Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet, Dan. There we go. Nice. Wow. Hello, fellow graduates. The memories we... Sorry. 2016. It wasn't too long ago. Some would say it was just 4 years. When we first came to campus, we had bright eyes and high hopes for the future. A future that did not include a neurovirus outbreak 3 months after we started school. This, of course, is why every resident of New North was way more prepared for the coronavirus than the rest of us. They knew. We never believed them, but they knew. They were ready. A few days after that, we watched Donald Trump win one of the most shocking elections in American history. Students protested campus, helicopters circled overhead, and you quickly learned which one of your friends would become a problem on social media. By the end of our first semester, USC was a lot like the Fire Festival. It looked nothing like the brochure, I feared for my safety, and some rich douchebag was making money off of all of us. Then after that came our very first Spring Fest, or should I say, our first experience being trampled to bad and bougie. For those of you who do not know, in the April of our freshman year, USC decided to give us a little treat. Not only would Migos and Ray Shremmerd be headlining our spring concert festival, but USC students could bring in one guest for free, regardless of if they went here. And that went as poorly as expected.
Everybody just walked in. It's lit. We got a Migos concert. We out here.
Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
So apparently the concert got shut down because too many people rushed the stage.
Raindrop, show stop. Next, in July 2017, the LA Times published an article about Dr. Carmen Puliafito, the dean of USC's Keck School of Medicine and orthodontist who secretly steals teeth. The article exposed USC for trying to cover up years of drug abuse by Puliafito, who not only took meth on school premises, but was also caught with an overdosed 21-year-old prostitute in a hotel room. A normal night of frat row hazing, I would say. Luckily, things were cleared up after we found a replacement for Puliafito in Dr. Rohit Varma. Oh wait, he was accused of sexual harassment too? Kick. Well, by October our sophomore year, our minds were on other things, like a business professor telling us that there was an active shooter on campus the day after the Las Vegas shootings and sending USC into a collective panic. LAPD flooded campus with police cruisers and helicopters, and your friends flooded social media with messages like, OMG, what the is this school, and ROTFL FTFO. At the time, it seemed like this would be the biggest news coming out of USC for our sophomore year. That was until we learned about the egregious negligence that USC had handled with hundreds of sexual assault claims made against shamed gynecologist and sexual assaulter George Tyndall. Soon after Tyndall's case broke, over 200 professors signed a joint letter demanding that USC's president and well-documented thick daddy, Max Nikias, step down. This ushered in a president named Wanda to take over as president number 2 out of 3 for us. And then, things went pretty smoothly after that. Great episode, guys. That was a blast. We had a lot of fun doing it. Except they didn't. The Marshall School Dean was forced to step down, our assistant basketball coach was investigated by the FBI, and Ground Zero officially closed. And... Sorry. Oh boy. Don't it always seem to go when you don't know what you got till it's caught. Ooh, bop, bop, bop. So, at this point, USC had built up this whole ice cream sundae of scandals. A few big scoops of lawsuits, some whipped cream of quarterback drama, all drizzled in sketchy DPS alerts telling us that it may or may not be okay to go outside. And the cherry on top of this scandal sundae, well, my fellow Trojans, I believe we all know what that is. Yes, the Varsity Blues. Perhaps the only time in history we will ever hear Felicity Huffman, rowing, and Hot Pockets all in the same sentence. The combination, it's perfect. And look, we could go into this whole situation again, but I won't because I know you've seen our first episode. Right? Dad? But to put all this in context, after 4 years of craziness, scandals, and corruption, it must feel a bit appropriate to be ending our senior year this way. Stuck at home here, in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, putting tennis balls on our plates to stop us from stress eating too fast like we're a bunch of golden retrievers. I know you've done it too. Yes, my fellow Trojans, we're used to this kind of bullshit. From the closure of our favorite restaurants to smooth-talking Italians selling us fake designer suits, we've really seen it all. And what better way to prepare for the chaos of real life than that? To not only expect a wrench to be thrown into your life plans, but almost to welcome it, to want the wrench a little bit. So go out, class of 2020, and embrace the trials, challenges, and successes of real life, just as you have done so at this weird, perfectly mowed business park of a campus we've called home. I think we can all agree that the lessons we have learned at this very unique school during this very unique time will carry with us for the rest of our lives. Indeed, if anyone knows what it really means to fight on, it's us. Are we done? Oh, so hot. Who wrote that last line? Are we writing a Hallmark card or something? All right, guys, so just like we practiced, Karin, you got bass, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Give us a tempo.
Boom, 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 boom.
And Mel.
For the longest
time. Good. Okay, what if we did instruments? Let's try instruments. Okay, Karin, you got an instrument?
I have a glass and a pencil.
All right, perfect. For the longest time. You know what we need? We need a rhythm to this.
Oh.
Okay, no, we can't all.
There's a lot of spit on my laptop now.
We can't all be the beatbox person.
Something.
All right, so practice next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll send a Zoom link.